To access the Advertiser Profile screen, let's enter in an advertiser. For this example, I'm going to use AT&T.com. You're instantly taken to an overview of AT&T's online presence. Adbeat will first show you AT&T spend over a period of time. You can change the time period here, which reflects the data on the graph below. This list will show you the top networks that AT&T is buying traffic on, and to see more, click See All Networks. To change the chart, click on Top Networks by clicking on the drop-down, and you can select Top Categories, which is a list of the top IEB standard categories AT&T is advertising on. Then you can select Top Publishers, which will give you a list of the publishers AT&T is spending the most on. And lastly, Top Channels, which are the top subdomains AT&T is serving their inventory on as well. By clicking on Creative or scrolling down, we can see how much AT&T is spending by ad size, the type of ad, and how many ads they have serving on any given day. You can also see some of the top spending creatives by hovering over the ads to the right. If you're interested in the messaging on the creatives, click on Phrases, and Adbeat will show you the most popular phrases being advertised on the creative. To do this, we use OCR, which is optical character recognition software, to read out the phrases on the creatives. You can also click on any of these phrases to see other advertisers using these phrases in their creative as well. If we click on Publishers or scroll down, we can see the amount of publishers AT&T is advertising on and some of the new publishers they just started spending on as well. By scrolling down to Similar and Recommended Profiles, Adbeat will show you similar advertisers or competitors to AT&T based on the phrases these advertisers are using in their creatives. If you want to explore these advertisers, simply click on their name to be taken to their profile screen, similar to what we're doing with AT&T. Now, by clicking on the Publisher view, Adbeat will give you a list of publishers that AT&T is not advertising on, but their similar advertisers that we just looked at are advertising on these publishers. This will help AT&T find other opportunities to scale their inventory based on where their competition is running. Channels is the same idea as recommended publishers, except these are the subdomains within the publishers to give you a more granular view. Okay, now to find out more information about AT&T's creatives, click on Top Ads. Here you can see each creative, the size, ad spend, network they're being advertised on, the landing pages they're split testing, and the top publishers they're spending on. You can also see the flight dates, and our trend line will show you the frequency of how often the ad was being advertised. If the advertiser is having success, they might be scaling up and increasing spend. Or if the creative is not performing well, they might be scaling down. By clicking on Show Filters, you can organize this page by brand, date range, network, ad type, and ad size. You can also see new ads that were just released by AT&T by clicking on the last 180 days and selecting New Ads. If you're interested in seeing a more visual perspective on the top ads, click this icon. You can also download a creative by clicking on the Download button. Lastly, we're going to find out what publishers AT&T is advertising on. By clicking on Top Publishers, Adbeat will show you the websites that AT&T is currently advertising on. Now, what if you were only interested in seeing the publishers AT&T is buying direct on? Simply click the Show Filters and select All by Network tab and select Direct Buy. Now, it's great to know which publishers AT&T is advertising on, but it would be even better to get a more granular view about the specific pages and categories within a publisher they're having success with. By clicking on Show Top Placement URLs, you can actually see the subdomains and categories. This placement URL shows that AT&T is advertising on the Kardashian section of eonline.com. If you're interested in seeing the entire daisy chain of how AT&T is serving their ads on a specific publisher, click on Show Ad Tags. Here you can see AT&T is using DFP and Atlas ad servers to buy direct on eOnline. Lastly, the trend line will show you if AT&T is scaling up or down on this publisher.